Guys, in this video we will see the third and fourth aphorism, which is totally dedicated to the knowledge of the physician. What knowledge of physician should have when he want to treat the patient according to Hahnemann point of view. Now, this is the third aphorism. You can study by your own. You can pause the video and study by your own. We'll discuss here more quick way. First, understanding the knowledge of disease and medical power. Here Hahnemann want to say a physician should have thorough knowledge of disease, which involves understanding the symptoms and underlying causes of illness. This will help the physician to identify the root cause of the problem and decide the right course of treatment. For example, a patient might complain of headache. It could be any reason. Although it's a headache, but it could be due to dehydration, stress, or brain tumor, or could be any peptic acids. It could be any reasons. So the physician need to be able to identify the root cause of the problem to treat it effectively. That's what Hahnemann here want to say. Next, adopting curative medicines to the patient's conditions. Here Hahnemann giving the importance of the medicine. A physician should have a deep understanding of a medicine available to them, whatever the medicine or curative properties for the certain disease, for the certain condition the patient came to him or her. So what knowledge should possess is the knowledge of the medicine, all the curative medicine, curative properties in his field. He know it. He should know the medicine, what could be suitable for that person, and what could be the how to make this medicine, what are the method of preparation for this particular medicine. He must have proper knowledge of the certain disease where the patient came to him. Next, choosing the appropriate remedy, preparing the proper dose and repeating as it needed. He know it where he want to repeat it and what is the proper dose of this medicine. He actually have a proper thorough knowledge. This is what how much Hahnemann was emphasizing. Getting knowledge is much more necessary for every homeopath, not just homeopath, for every physician in this world. Next, knowing and removing obstacle to recovery. Here Hahnemann emphasizing the need where there are so many things except medicine. It could be done, there could be the obstacle that the patient's recovery couldn't be done as it should be. He must take steps to remove it. For example, if a patient has a chronic illness that is exacerbated by stress or depression or any kind of anxiety, here the physician must recommend stress management techniques or therapy or any kind of therapeutic medicine, remedy, or any other sort of things that can help him to cope with their conditions. So this must be necessary, a physician. Next, aphorism 4. In aphorism 4, you can study by your own. We will quickly go to the how to explain it. So here, in aphorism 4, Hahnemann want to say that a physician not only needs to be able to cure disease, but also need to be able to prevent them from happening in the first place. This aphorism about the prevention of the disease and the causes. A physician who has a knowledge, who must have a knowledge and skills to identify and remove the things that can cause disease, that could make that person into the condition that is, you can say, the preserver of health. He must have proper knowledge of these things. It could be poor nutrition, it could be lack of exercise, stress, depression, exposure to any kind of toxins, infections. Maybe he's exposing himself or herself to viruses or bacteria. A physician must have knowledge that he can identify and remove those risk factors, thereby reducing their chances of developing health problems. So this is what here a good physician could make a better, more positive circumstances for a patient, for his client. Next, early detection, and now how to remove those factors from the person in health. This is what the most important, not just recognize the or diagnose when the disease has occurred as early as possible. Even here he emphasizing it, diagnose it and try to understand it as early as possible. It's better and early before it happen, the better cure would be. It is much easier to prevent a disease than to treat it once it has already been taken or held back. For example, it's easier to prevent heart disease by maintaining a healthy lifestyle rather than treating it afterwards. That has developed them as could be the serious health consequences. So this is what here Hahnemann want to say. In this aphorism 4 is about all about the prevention and that can and the diseases that can causes that can make the person diseaseful, or the other things that can derange his health, and further he can go to the sickness. And the other thing, he must know and detect the things where he going to disease, so he can in early circumstances he can avoid this person to become sick. So this is what the aphorism 4